Chapter 2442. The Army of Resurrected Two-Legged Flying Fish. With the addition of the resurrected army, the efficiency of slaughtering the two-legged small fish increased further. As the number of resurrected beings grew, the efficiency continued to accelerate. Lin Moyu found it strange how these unintelligent two-legged small fish could ascend to the celestial sovereign level. They had no rule world, no understanding of laws, only some instincts, yet they possessed the combat power of celestial sovereigns. The previous flying fish were the same, with combat power reaching mid-level celestial sovereign, yet still without intelligence. This situation was very unusual. Normally, upon reaching the celestial sovereign level, some intelligence would awaken. Moreover, without a rule world or understanding of laws, how did they become celestial sovereigns? Lin Moyu had been pondering this question since entering the Realm Sea but had not found an answer. The spiny fish in the Realm Sea were similar, lacking intelligence but reaching the peak supreme level. Some spiny fish even nurtured origin crystals within their bodies. How this was achieved was baffling, completely defying his common sense. Unable to understand, Lin Moyu could only console himself.
Perhaps this is the wonder of the origin continent.
More and more two-legged small fish became resurrected beings, and efficiency kept improving. A day later, the skeleton general had explored this space thoroughly. There was no way to other spaces in the void above the ocean. Except for the island with the fishbone, the other islands had nothing special. Since that was the case, only two places remained: the island with the fishbone and the ocean itself. Lin Moyu was not in a hurry. In just one day, 1/3 of the two-legged small fish had become resurrected beings, numbering over 3 million. At this rate, in a little over a day, all the two-legged small fish in this space would become resurrected beings. At that time, sending them to explore the ocean would take at most 1 or 2 days to explore it thoroughly. A day later, almost all the two-legged small fish had become resurrected beings. The army of resurrected beings purely composed of them reached tens of millions. An army of tens of millions of low-level celestial sovereigns was enough to destroy ordinary sect forces on the origin continent. Throughout the process, the island with the fishbone remained motionless. It had no intention of stopping Lin Moyu, and the deaths of these two-legged small fish had nothing to do with it. Lin Moyu also did not provoke it. "You leave me alone, and I won't bother you," until all the two-legged small fish in the ocean became his own. Lin Moyu began to have them search the ocean's world. 2 days later, over 10 million two-legged small fish had explored the ocean thoroughly. There was nothing in the ocean, no exit to other spaces. Now, Lin Moyu faced only two choices: go to the island with the fishbone or use the Realm Sea token to leave. In fact, Lin Moyu could indeed choose to leave. He had already gained a lot this time. An army of resurrected beings composed of tens of millions of low-level celestial sovereigns, including 3 mid-level celestial sovereign resurrected beings like the flying fish, a dozen fourth-level origins, and a fishbone. The gains seemed substantial, but Lin Moyu did not want to give up just yet. He approached the island cautiously, with his soul guarded and the Calamity Staff firmly in hand. To deal with soul attacks, the Calamity Staff was the last line of defense. When he was a kilometer away from the island, an invisible force swept out, entering Lin Moyu's rule world and reaching his soul. His soul momentarily lost focus, and a strong desire to fight surged from deep within. His soul began to lose control, and Lin Moyu had only one thought: to fight. The world tree shook violently, shedding clear energy onto his soul. The 10-colored dragon soul crystal roared, spewing dragon breath onto his soul. Earth-colored light blossomed on his soul body, and the defense once blessed by the Calamity Staff on his soul body automatically activated. His soul jolted awake, and he was extremely shocked. This attack ignored the rule world and directly reached the soul. If it weren't for his multiple means, he might have been lost.
What a strange attack. What kind of power is this?
This attack was indefensible, and even mid-level celestial sovereigns would be unknowingly bewitched, becoming battle-crazed lunatics. Exian and Han Feng were like this, influenced by this invisible force, ultimately injuring each other severely. However, the final blow that killed them was from an unknown attack. Lin Moyu continued to approach, getting closer to the island. When he was 500 meters away, a strong source aura hit him. At the top of the mountain, there were over 20 origin crystals, including 6 or 7 fifth-level origin crystals. Most importantly, among the origin crystals was a peculiar piece of metal. The metal emitted a hazy mist, constantly changing shapes. Upon seeing the metal, Lin Moyu realized it was a spiritual material favored by infinite fusion. Sure enough, the next second, infinite fusion buzzed and vibrated. It seemed to smell the fragrance of food, waking up from its slumber. Lin Moyu could feel it hadn't fully recovered. The stone bug it absorbed earlier wasn't enough for complete recovery. Infinite fusion flew to his soul, circling around. Lin Moyu smiled.
Want it?
Infinite fusion bobbed up and down as if saying,
Yes, yes.
It was like a child asking for a treat, and Lin Moyu couldn't refuse.
Okay, I'll find a way to get it for you.
Lin Moyu promised infinite fusion. Originally, he could leave without getting the fishbone or even the origin crystals. But with infinite fusion involved, Lin Moyu felt he had to fulfill this little guy's request. After all, infinite fusion had done a lot for him and he couldn't let it down. Lin Moyu continued to approach the island, stopping 150 meters away. Another 50 meters forward was where the skeleton general was killed. He knew he would face another attack. Time and space converged, forming a force that enveloped him. Prepared, Lin Moyu continued to fly forward. Soon, at 100 meters away, he encountered an invisible wall blocking his path. The fishbone lit up, emitting dazzling light, and a force surged from the fishbone, stirring the space. Lin Moyu was ready. The force of time and space activated, and the fishbone's power passed through him without causing harm. Though he stood there, he was not in that space-time. When the space returned to normal, Lin Moyu also returned to the present space-time, with the flying fish appearing beside him. The flying fish flapped its wings, emitting a sharp cry, launching countless attacks on the invisible wall. The wall took shape under the flying fish's attack, like a dome covering the island. With a sound like glass shattering, the invisible wall broke. The fish bone lit up again, and space attacks descended once more. Lin Moyu immediately retracted the flying fish and entered another spacetime. The attack failed again, and the island shook violently, raising huge waves. 2443 2443. Chapter 2443. The Scarlet Enchantment Coral. Amidst the rumbling, the island came to life. In an instant, countless scarlet water arrows shot forth. Lin Moyu's face changed drastically as he quickly retreated, using the power of time and space to keep himself in another dimension. The number of scarlet water arrows was too many, and their speed was astonishingly fast. Lin Moyu was pierced by the water arrows before he could react. The dimension was shattered, and his undying golden body was broken on the spot, causing Lin Moyu to stumble back into the present world. These scarlet water arrows had broken through the dimensional barrier, forcibly pulling him out. The immense power of the water arrows severely damaged the undead army. Fortunately, with the significant effect of damage transfer, Lin Moyu endured the first wave of attacks and retreated over 100 miles. The island shook violently, countless rocks rolled down, revealing the true face of the island. The water of the realm sea emitted a red glow, not blood red, but a brilliant red. A stunningly beautiful red coral appeared in Lin Moyu's sight. This red color penetrated the soul, carrying an inexplicable attraction that would captivate anyone at first glance. Lin Moyu stood 100 miles away, in his rule world, where the world tree swayed wildly, scattering boundless clear energy. The 10-colored dragon soul crystal also emitted dragon roars, helping Lin Moyu resist the enchanting power. With the combined efforts of both, and Lin Moyu's firm Tao heart, his soul remained clear and unaffected. Han Feng Xin and Kujun appeared simultaneously beside Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu asked in a low voice,
Do you know what this is?
Kujun did not answer. As a mid-level celestial sovereign of the Luo Z sect, he did not know. Han Feng also did not know, but fortunately, Exian provided the answer.
This is the Scarlet Enchantment Coral, a material from the Realm Sea that can be used to refine pills and artifacts. Many of the artifacts of the Wansei sect are made from the Scarlet Enchantment Coral.
Lin Moyu listened to the answer, realizing it was a material used for refining pills and artifacts. Clearly, the Scarlet Enchantment Coral before him was not simple. It had awakened some intelligence and was no longer an ordinary material. Moreover, it had absorbed the power of origin crystals and fish bones, making it extremely powerful. The origin crystals, fish bones, and spiritual materials were all embedded within the coral. To obtain them, the coral had to be shattered. Lin Moyu looked at the Scarlet Enchantment Coral, his eyes flashing with brilliance.
Its strength should still be within the range of a mid-level celestial sovereign, but with the power of the fish bones, it can affect the soul and kill invisibly. From this perspective, its terrifying degree even surpasses that of a high-level celestial sovereign. However, it has no effect on the undead army and can be dealt with. Moreover, the Scarlet Enchantment Coral itself is a material that can be used to summon an elemental lich.
Lin Moyu's thoughts surged, deciding to deal with the Scarlet Enchantment Coral. Not only for the fish bones and spiritual materials, but Lin Moyu also wanted to use the Scarlet Enchantment Coral to summon an elemental lich. As Lin Moyu was contemplating, space rippled, and a powerful attack came head-on. The Scarlet Enchantment Coral vibrated all over, launching a strong attack. The power of time and space converged, and Lin Moyu quickly entered another dimension to avoid the attack. Kujun and the other two were not so lucky. The space ripples struck them directly, sending them flying like cannonballs. The Scarlet Enchantment Coral then emitted a dazzling red light, illuminating a large area of the Realm Sea. Amidst the booming sound, countless water arrows burst from the Realm Sea.
Here it comes again.
Lin Moyu muttered. The Scarlet Enchantment Coral's attack method was exactly the same as before. However, this time, Lin Moyu was 100 miles away and no longer as passive as before. He retreated again to widen the distance, and the shadows around him flickered as the Dragon Cavalry Corps moved out. The Bone Rule gathered into a sea, covering the core and forming a bone shield to block the water arrows. The water arrows were extremely powerful, pushing the Dragon Cavalry Corps back step by step, but they barely managed to hold on. The undying flames burned fiercely, and 500 skeleton kings emerged in response. Lin Moyu pointed at the Scarlet Enchantment Coral, and the bone hell instantly enveloped the coral. The hellish spirits pounced on the coral, biting it. The gap between Supreme and Celestial Sovereign was too large, and the hellish spirits bit with difficulty. However, they ignored the difficulty and gnawed madly. The Scarlet Enchantment Coral trembled again. The fish bones glowed, space rippled, and the bone hell was shattered on the spot.
Marking complete kill.
The bone hell completed its mission gloriously, marking the target for Lin Moyu. The skeleton kings swung their swords simultaneously. White bones / God. The rule world rose, bone shadows appeared, and the intense sword light exploded on the Scarlet Enchantment Coral. The coral shattered, and the massive Scarlet Enchantment Coral was blasted into countless fragments by the sword. The Scarlet Enchantment Coral was completely enraged. Its bright red body began to move, evolving into thousands of giant whips that lashed out. Lin Moyu retreated again, and the Dragon Cavalry Corps and Skeleton Kings also retreated. The whips lashed into the Realm Sea, causing it to explode and shoot out countless water arrows again. The coral kept lashing, and the water arrows rained down like a storm. The Skeleton Kings swung their bone swords, forming an impenetrable defense to block the water arrows. The immense impact force pushed them back continuously. The Dragon Cavalry Corps was in a similar situation. Facing the overwhelming water arrow attack, they could only defend and could not break through. Lin Moyu's mind moved, and Kujun and the other two mid-level celestial sovereigns charged against the flow, breaking through the water arrow blockade and attacking the Scarlet Enchantment Coral. As mid-level celestial sovereigns, their strength was much greater than that of the Skeleton Kings. The flying fish appeared, instantly rushing to the front of the three to clear the way. The flying fish's wings vibrated, launching countless attacks, shattering all the incoming water arrows. The scarlet enchantment coral evolved countless scarlet whips to lash out, but the flying fish's wings vibrated more intensely, cutting all the whips. As a resurrected being, the flying fish was stronger than before, with its attack power truly reaching the peak of mid-level celestial sovereign. In terms of pure attack, it surpassed the scarlet enchantment coral. The fish bones within the scarlet enchantment coral kept vibrating, disturbing the space, while the coral itself emitted enchanting light, trying to influence the flying fish and Kujun and the other two. Unfortunately, as resurrected beings, their consciousness only followed Lin Moyu's orders and had no thoughts of their own, so they were not affected. The stars of the resurrection spell shone brightly, and the flying fish and others instantly entered another dimension, avoiding the spatial impact. In the blink of an eye, they broke through the water arrow blockade and reached the scarlet enchantment coral. Kujun and the other two immediately launched a fierce attack on the scarlet enchantment coral. The flying fish's massive body crashed into the coral like an arrow, creating a hole. It rushed in, vibrating its wings, and in an instant, the hole expanded several times. The scarlet enchantment coral suffered severe damage, and the newly intelligent creature retaliated furiously. The ocean boiled, and the aftermath of the battle swept across tens of thousands of miles of ocean, sending towering water columns into the sky. If the ocean were not composed of the realm sea's water, it would have evaporated long ago. If this battle took place in the Great World, all the star systems within 100 light-years would be doomed. The destructive power of a celestial sovereign battle was unimaginable. The four mid-level celestial sovereign resurrected beings surrounded and attacked the scarlet enchantment coral, gradually gaining the upper hand. The skeleton kings swung their bone swords again, unleashing the second white bone/god. Another large piece of coral was shattered, and the scarlet enchantment coral's frantic resistance was futile. The dragon cavalry corps finally no longer needed to block the water arrows and charged forward to join the battle. Lin Moyu breathed a sigh of relief. The situation was under control. 2444 2444. Chapter 2444. Star Enchantment Lich and the Underwater Vortex. After persisting for more than 10 minutes, the scarlet enchantment coral was finally shattered. The last trace of its intelligence was also obliterated, and the scarlet enchantment coral completely perished. Kujun and the other two returned, bringing back the fishbone, origin crystals, and spiritual materials. Additionally, they brought back a piece of scarlet enchantment coral slightly larger than a palm. This was the main body of the scarlet enchantment coral. What they had seen before were just its evolved forms. The main body of the scarlet enchantment coral emitted the aura of a celestial sovereign, with a high grade comparable to the treasure robe of the brocade-clad witch. Lin Moyu stored the spiritual materials in his rule world, and Infinite Fusion immediately flew over and swallowed the spiritual materials in one gulp. It then returned to its place, contentedly digesting the materials. This little guy would eat anything, regardless of whether it was easy to digest. Lin Moyu knew that once it digested and absorbed these materials, it would likely recover completely. This time, there were more than 20 origin crystals, including 6 fifth-level origin crystals. Although these origin crystals were not world-class origins like those in the Great World, their quality was still good, comparable to what Lin Moyu himself could fuse. The fishbone, though different in shape from the previous one, was equally smooth and jade-like. Lin Moyu still couldn't understand the patterns on it, but he had already witnessed its power. When activated, the fishbone could stir space, repelling or even killing nearby beings. However, it was clear that the scarlet enchantment coral had only utilized a negligible fraction of the fishbone's power, possibly less than 1,000th. Lin Moyu could sense that the power contained within the fishbone was incredibly strong and terrifying. If fully unleashed, it could definitely kill a celestial sovereign instantly. After all, this was something even the king of the realm sea desired, so it couldn't be a simple item. Lin Moyu didn't bother to study it further and simply put the fishbone away. Finally, his attention fell on the scarlet enchantment coral. The piece of scarlet enchantment coral, slightly larger than a palm, emitted a dazzling red glow. This light carried a strong allure, capable of evoking the most primal desires within a person. Anyone below the celestial sovereign level would fall into an illusion just by looking at it. After gaining intelligence, the scarlet enchantment coral could further influence people's minds, generating inappropriate thoughts. This reminded Lin Moyu of the Star River Lich he had once summoned, whose ability was to create illusions and trap enemies. However, the Star River Lich's ability was not as potent as the Scarlet Enchantment Coral's. Its illusions were too deliberate and could be resisted by a strong Dao heart. In contrast, the Scarlet Enchantment Coral directly influenced the soul, appearing as if there were no illusions, but in reality, it was more terrifying than any illusion. Lin Moyu summoned the Star River Lich, which he hadn't used in years, and placed the Scarlet Enchantment Coral before it.
Can you absorb it?
The characteristic of an elemental lich is that it can absorb high-grade materials to grow. The Buddha Kingdom Lich had already proven this by absorbing the Golden Lotus and growing to the Peak Supreme level. The Star River Lich had also contributed in the past, and if it could absorb and grow, Lin Moyu didn't want to summon a new elemental lich. The Star River Lich, with a confused look, flew to the Scarlet Enchantment Coral and stuck to it. Its entire body began to glow, and the Scarlet Enchantment Coral gradually melted in the light, merging with it.
It can indeed.
Lin Moyu smiled, feeling a bit excited.
I wonder what it will become.
At this moment, a massive vortex appeared in the ocean, drawing in the waters of the Realm Sea at an astonishing speed. The water level was rapidly dropping. The vortex appeared precisely where the Scarlet Enchantment Coral had been. When the Scarlet Enchantment Coral was alive, the island it had evolved blocked this gap. Now that it was dead, the gap was exposed. The vortex siphoned the Realm Sea's water at a rapid pace. At this rate, the entire ocean would disappear within a day. Lin Moyu was not in a hurry. He watched the vortex calmly, waiting for the ocean to disappear. The Star River Lich absorbed the Scarlet Enchantment Coral, its entire body cloaked in a layer of bright red, transforming into a beautiful red doll. Its aura grew stronger, quickly breaking through to the supreme level. It then continued to ascend, breaking through to the Peak Supreme level. But this was not its limit. After staying at the Peak Supreme level for a few hours, its aura grew stronger again. Accompanied by a blinding red light, it broke through the supreme level, reaching the low-level Celestial Sovereign level, matching the level of the Brocade-clad Witch. This indicated that the Scarlet Enchantment Coral's level was not much different from Ko Jun's treasure robe. In the Celestial Sovereign realm, it could be considered mid-tier. The newly born Lich, clad in a red robe, circled around Lin Moyu, looking very happy. It was only palm-sized, appearing extremely cute. Lin Moyu also received its information simultaneously. Star Enchantment Lich, Realm * low-level Celestial Sovereign. Grade * perfect. Growth limit * none. Star Enchantment * can influence the soul, evoking the most primal desires, trapping people in illusions from which they cannot extricate themselves. The illusion can be controlled by the master's will. Illusion of the Great Tao * utilizes the power of the Great Tao to trap the soul in an endless illusion. If unable to escape, the soul will be trapped to death. The effect of the illusion of the Great Tao is influenced by various conditions and can affect up to high-level Celestial Sovereigns. The Star River Lich had changed its name to Star Enchantment Lich. Its realm had reached the low-level Celestial Sovereign, possessing 2 abilities. Star Enchantment was an illusion spell that directly influenced the soul, not only evoking desires but also creating soul-level illusions that the master could control. The illusion of the Great Tao was even more formidable, forcibly dragging the opponent's soul into an illusion. Once inside, escaping would be difficult. Though it appeared to be an illusion spell, it was actually a lethal technique, killing invisibly and extremely terrifying. However, this spell was also influenced by various factors, such as the opponent's soul realm, artifacts, and Tao heart. Currently, the highest level it could affect was high-level Celestial Sovereigns. In Lin Moyu's view, the Star Enchantment Lich was already very powerful. His spells were truly formidable with no useless spells. The elemental lich he hadn't used in years now demonstrated astonishing power. Lin Moyu put away the Star Enchantment Lich and continued watching the vortex. The ocean had already dropped by more than half, and in a little more than half a day, the ocean in this space would be completely drained. The vortex was huge, leading to an unknown destination. Lin Moyu planned to wait until the ocean was completely drained before deciding whether to go down. If it was too dangerous below, he might choose to give up. His recent experiences had all indicated that this special space was very dangerous. Low-level celestial sovereigns could die at any moment, and mid-level celestial sovereigns could also die if they were not careful. The Realm Sea token might not necessarily save his life, so caution was paramount. Half a day later, the ocean was finally drained, revealing the pitch-black ground beneath. Lin Moyu was seeing the ground beneath the Realm Sea for the first time. The water of the Realm Sea contained immense power, and under its impact, the ground appeared very solid. After the water was drained, the ground began to tremble, and countless cracks appeared on the seemingly solid black ground. Powerful suction forces emerged from the cracks. Along with the cracks, massive suction forces twisted the space, causing cracks to appear. These space cracks, carrying immense power, were terrifyingly deadly upon contact.
Not good.
Lin Moyu's soul sent out a danger warning. He took out the Realm Sea token, ready to leave. The Realm Sea token activated, emitting a ball of light. Just as the light ball formed, the entire space shattered in an instant, tearing Lin Moyu's body and the newly formed light ball to pieces. 2445 2445 Chapter 2445 Crabs, Strange Fish, and a Dangerous World. Purple light flickered, and Lin Moyu's shattered body was restored to its original state. After being resurrected, Lin Moyu was still in shock. His newly acquired talent had saved him once again. Reflecting on the recent experience was truly unbearable. The feeling of being torn to pieces without any resistance was extremely unpleasant. Lin Moyu realized that the Realm Sea token could not absolutely guarantee his safety. Under the force just now, even the light ball of the Realm Sea token was torn to pieces. Looking around, Lin Moyu found himself amidst a cluster of reefs, with the faint sound of the ocean in the distance. The Realm Sea token was not far from him, and Lin Moyu immediately picked it up. Holding the Realm Sea token, Lin Moyu's eyes flickered.
This place is too dangerous. I should go back. I already have 2 fish bones in hand. Returning now would still be a success, and I can exchange them for some treasures. I have obtained spiritual materials and origin crystals. This trip is not a loss.
After much consideration, Lin Moyu decided to return first. He did not want to get involved in this muddy water. No matter what good things might be ahead, they were not something he should touch for now. Lin Moyu activated the Realm Sea token, intending to return. However, the Realm Sea token did not work. There was no response. Lin Moyu's face turned grim.
The Realm Sea token has already been activated once, and needs some time before it can be used again.
He had just activated the Realm Sea token, and now he needed to wait a while before it could be activated again. The exact waiting time was uncertain. Lin Moyu sensed the recovery speed of the Realm Sea token and calculated that it would take about 10 days for it to be usable again. With a bit of helplessness, he thought,
No choice, since I'm here. I might as well stay.
This space had a faint oppressive feeling, making him feel unsafe, so he decided to stay put. He planned to wait for 10 days and then leave using the Realm Sea token. Although cultivators should be brave and forge ahead, they should not do so blindly, or they would face death and destruction. True cultivators must understand when to advance and when to retreat. Advancing when necessary, even at the risk of life and death, is essential. However, when it is time to retreat, one must not hesitate, as a wrong choice could also lead to death and destruction. Lin Moyu did not know if his choice was right or wrong, but he trusted his soul, which told him this place was very dangerous. Lin Moyu concealed his aura and blended into the chaotic reefs, becoming as still as one of them. The sound of waves echoed, and suddenly, the sound of crawling reached his ears. Following the sound, Lin Moyu saw the source. Large crabs. The crabs had peculiar patterns on their bodies, somewhat similar to the patterns on the fish bones but much fainter and weaker. These crabs were about a meter in size, with a pair of huge pincers. The pincers gleamed sharply, and if a reef blocked their path, they would either smash it with their pincers or crush it into pieces. Regardless of the method, the crabs never changed direction. For them, detours did not exist. The reefs here had endured countless years of the realm sea's impact and were extremely sturdy. However, in front of the crab's pincers, they were no stronger than tofu. Lin Moyu could imagine that if those pincers landed on him, he would fare no better than the reefs. Seeing the crabs getting closer, Lin Moyu felt a bit helpless. Some things could not be avoided just by wanting to. Just as he was about to take action, the reef exploded, and several scaly strange fish rushed out from beneath the reef, attacking the crabs. The strange fish had a claw under their belly, which was strong enough to grab the crabs and stuff them into their mouths. The sharp teeth crushed the crabs like cookies. The pincers of the crabs, which Lin Moyu had thought were incredibly powerful, clashed with the strange fish's scales, producing metallic sounds but failing to break the scales. The strength of these scales was beyond imagination. The crabs were not entirely powerless. Lin Moyu noticed that the thinnest of the crab's 10 legs was incredibly sharp, capable of piercing the strange fish's scales. The crabs quickly reacted to the ambush and began to fight the strange fish. The terrifying power of their battle sent many reefs flying. Lin Moyu took the opportunity to hide his aura and, along with the flying reefs, moved away from the dangerous area. Whether it was the strange fish or the crabs, he could not afford to provoke them. They were like powerful lords, each one no weaker than a high-level celestial sovereign. Watching a group of high-level celestial sovereigns fighting to the death, Lin Moyu, a peak supreme, would be courting death if he joined in. Lin Moyu stayed far away, sensing that this space seemed unusual. Although the battle between the two sides was intense, the aftermath was always contained within a 10,000-meter radius. There was an invisible force in this space that suppressed their destructive power. Lin Moyu had noticed this since he first entered. The suppression was weak at first but grew stronger as he delved deeper. Based on his observations, if the space were circular, he was now closer to the center than before. The closer to the center, the stronger the space's suppression. Lin Moyu originally planned to quietly wait out the 10 days, but it seemed difficult now. He silently released the brocade-clad which, activating the brocade night walk to observe the space. The brocade-clad which ascended to 1,000 meters high. Looking down, Lin Moyu realized that he was on a peninsula. Beyond the peninsula was an endless continent, and he was on the edge of this continent. Beyond the continent was an endless ocean, the ocean being the realm sea, surging and roaring. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew past the brocade-clad which, severing their connection, and the brocade-clad which died in the wind. Lin Moyu was stunned. The brocade-clad which was dead.
How did it die?
Lin Moyu could not understand. It was just a gust of wind, and the brocade-clad which died. Lin Moyu could not comprehend how it died. There was no sign of an attack. Opening the eye of the undead, Lin Moyu looked at the sky but saw nothing. Not seeing danger did not mean there was no danger. The death of the brocade-clad which was a fact, and it did not even have a chance to use the protection of the Great Tao. Such a sudden death made Lin Moyu even more cautious.
My feeling was right. This space is extremely dangerous, and some dangers are unpredictable. Fortunately, the brocade-clad which will not truly die and can be resurrected soon. There are still 9 days left. Once I get through these 9 days, I will leave immediately.
He could not stay here for long. Every minute longer could lead to unforeseen dangers. Even with his newly acquired talent, Lin Moyu was not sure he could survive. Under the eye of the undead, Lin Moyu saw the strange fish and crabs still fiercely fighting, their powerful souls clashing constantly. Suddenly, he saw several soul fires hidden on the other side of the battlefield. There were 5 soul fires in total, representing 5 people. 4 were mid-level celestial sovereigns, and 1 was a high-level celestial sovereign.
Someone else is hiding there like me. It seems they have been here for a while, which means they might have already noticed my presence.
Lin Moyu did not know who they were or if they had discovered him, but he knew he could not take the risk. Although he could leave, the continent behind him was also unsafe. Compared to facing unknown dangers, it was better to stay here. At this moment, a strange fish was killed, and its body exploded before death, releasing a surge of origin energy, and an origin crystal fell out. 2446 2446. Chapter 2446. Kill all the Lin family geniuses. Lin Moyu saw clearly that what fell out was actually a 5th-level origin crystal. He knew that on the origin continent, the value of a 5th-level origin crystal was already quite high. Celestial sovereigns often fought fiercely over a single 5th-level origin crystal.
These people must be here for the origin crystals,
he thought.
If they know that strange fish drop origin crystals upon death, they must have witnessed such battles more than once, which also means they must have discovered me long ago. Regardless of whether they have hostile intentions, I must strike first to gain the upper hand.
Lin Moyu decided after some thought. The battle between the crabs and the strange fish lasted for more than half an hour, and finally ended with the victory of the strange fish. The crabs quickly retreated back to the Realm Sea, and the strange fish pursued them, also entering the Realm Sea. As they left, Lin Moyu shot out. The few mid-level celestial sovereigns hiding on the opposite side also moved. They rushed towards the origin crystal, which was not Lin Moyu's target. Lin Moyu's goal was the flesh and blood left behind by the strange fish and the crabs during the battle. The 4 mid-level celestial sovereigns wanted the origin crystal. Lin Moyu finally saw clearly that these 4 mid-level celestial sovereigns were all from the demon race. Judging by their appearance, they seemed to belong to the golden monkey lineage of the demon race. Since their goals were different, Lin Moyu rushed into the battlefield and immediately began collecting the flesh and blood left behind by the strange fish and crabs. During the recent battle, 2 strange fish had died, leaving behind flesh and blood. 10 crabs had died, most of them eaten clean, but a few remnants were left. Lin Moyu moved quickly and collected 5 portions of flesh and blood in total. With these 5 portions of flesh and blood, he felt confident.
With these 5 portions of flesh and blood, I can kill even 5 high-level celestial sovereigns, let alone mid-level ones.
While he was collecting the flesh and blood, the 4 golden monkey celestial sovereigns also obtained the 5th-level origin crystal. They all smiled at Lin Moyu, but their smiles were filled with killing intent.
It's you, what a coincidence. Unexpectedly, the mark we left on you before has disappeared. We thought you were lucky to escape, but we didn't expect to meet you here. Should we say it's our good luck or your bad luck? But since you've survived until now, your luck shouldn't be bad. However, your good luck ends here.
The 4 of them spoke one after another, not stopping. Lin Moyu remained calm and composed.
Are you done talking?
The golden monkey celestial sovereigns laughed loudly.
In such a hurry to die?
Lin Moyu snorted softly, spread his wings of the undead, and flew away at an astonishing speed.
Chase him. He's trying to escape.
One of the golden monkey celestial sovereigns roared, and they all pursued Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu fled in the direction where the high-level celestial sovereign was hiding. He recognized this high-level celestial sovereign who had also marked him before. This person was the only high-level celestial sovereign among the human race who wanted to kill him. Lin Moyu didn't know why this person wanted to kill him, as he didn't know him at all. But regardless, the killing intent was unmistakable. Moreover, the high-level celestial sovereign hadn't acted before, probably wanting to watch the 4 golden monkey celestial sovereigns kill him. If Lin Moyu tried to escape, the high-level celestial sovereign would definitely intervene. Since that was the case, Lin Moyu decided to flee towards his location and force him to come out. Lin Moyu's plan worked. His actions immediately provoked a reaction from the high-level celestial sovereign. The aura of a high-level celestial sovereign surged, blocking Lin Moyu's path. Lin Moyu saw him clearly. It was indeed the one who had marked him before. However, Lin Moyu didn't show it and instead looked delighted.
Senior, save me!
The four golden monkey celestial sovereigns' expressions changed simultaneously.
Damn, it's a high-level celestial sovereign of the human race. Run!
The high-level celestial sovereign snorted coldly, and a giant hand descended from the sky, slapping down on the four golden monkey celestial sovereigns. They screamed and scattered in all directions. The giant hand suddenly turned, its speed increasing instantly, and grabbed one of them. With a bang, the golden monkey celestial sovereign was crushed, and his belongings scattered. A light flew out, and the golden monkey celestial sovereign reappeared 100 miles away, having escaped this calamity with the help of a treasure. The giant hand didn't pursue but instead grabbed an origin crystal and brought it back. This origin crystal was the one the golden monkey celestial sovereigns had obtained earlier. The four of them didn't dare to stay and fled quickly. Keeping their lives was already fortunate. They didn't dare to think about the origin crystal anymore. Lin Moyu looked at him and praised without hesitation.
Senior, you're mighty. Thank you for saving me. May I know your esteemed name?
After putting away the origin crystal, he said in a deep voice,
I am called Hongguang.
Lin Moyu immediately called out,
So it's Celestial Sovereign Hongguang. I will remember your kindness in saving me. If I have the chance in the future, I will repay you.
Hongguang's eyes narrowed slightly, watching Lin Moyu's expression closely. He said in a low voice,
You've never heard of me?
Lin Moyu replied,
This is the first time I've heard of you, Senior.
Gang Froned.
You're not from the Lin family of Duanya City in the southern continent?
Lin Moyu shook his head.
Duanya City Lin family? I'm not from there.
Hongguang's gaze swept over Lin Moyu, as if trying to determine if he was telling the truth. Lin Moyu appeared calm, but his mind was racing. Lin Moyu thought that Hongguang might want to kill him because of his surname. Perhaps Hongguang had a grudge against the Lin family of Duanya City and wanted to kill him upon hearing his surname. Hongguang said,
The Lin family of Duanya City is a large family with influence across most of the southern continent, with countless branches. I heard that 1,000 years ago, the Lin family produced an extraordinary genius. I don't know if it's you, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But you have the surname Lin and are a top genius.
As he spoke, his killing intent gradually rose. Lin Moyu knew that Hongguang intended to kill him just in case. He was now certain that Hongguang had a deep-seated grudge against the Lin family of Duanya City. This was why he wanted to kill every top genius with the surname Lin he encountered. For Hongguang, there was nothing wrong with this approach. Lin Moyu said softly,
Senior, I'm really not from the Lin family.
Hongguang shook his head lightly.
It doesn't matter anymore. If you have any last words, say them now.
His killing intent had been aroused and could no longer be changed. Lin Moyu sighed.
Senior, with your strength, you can see through causality and know that I am not from the Lin family.
Gang replié.
To avoid being hunted, I severed all causality long ago.
Lin Moyu's heart sank. Severing all causality meant there was no way out. Lin Moyu stopped trying to persuade him and sighed.
Senior, I know you have a grudge against the Lin family and want to kill all geniuses with the surname Lin. But have you ever thought that you can't kill them all?
Hongguang said,
The origin continent is vast, and there are many geniuses with the surname Lin. All I can do is kill everyone I see. Only then will my Dao heart be smooth, and I will have a chance to destroy the Lin family in the future.
Lin Moyu sighed.
You won't have that chance.
As he spoke, he extended his hand, and the bone hell automatically appeared, enveloping Hongguang. Since he had to fight, he would strike first. The flying fish followed the bone hell, attacking Hongguang together. Hongguang said,
It's useless.
He lightly slapped his hand, and the bone hell shattered, sending the flying fish into the ocean. 2447 2447. Chapter 2447. almost capsized again. Lin Moyu had witnessed the power of a high-level celestial sovereign. Previously, he thought the crabs and strange fish were already strong enough, but compared to celestial sovereign Hongguang, they were far inferior. From Hongguang's actions, it was clear that he was a very cautious person. Despite coveting the origin crystals and having the power to suppress the strange fish and crabs, he did not take action, preferring to watch them kill each other. If he had acted, he might have obtained more origin crystals. He had also discovered Lin Moyu long ago but did not act, waiting for the 4 golden monkey celestial sovereigns to kill Lin Moyu. He wanted to be the mantis stalking the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind, until Lin Moyu forced him out, leaving him no choice but to act. Hongguang had a deep hatred for the Lin family, willing to kill mistakenly rather than let anyone go. Hongguang said,
"Don't waste your efforts. If you have no last words, then die."
Lin Moyu sighed.
"All right, then let's die."
A broken crab leg appeared in his hand and turned to ash with a flick. Astérisque astérisque spell, corpse explosion, astérisque astérisque. Boom! With a loud noise, Hongguang's face changed drastically, and he was blasted away by a powerful force. His rule world automatically activated, sharing the damage for him. Hongguang's rule world was very eerie, as if countless wronged souls were wailing within, creating a ghostly howl.
"Lin family, you destroyed my entire clan. You will die a horrible death. Lin family of Duanya City, I won't spare you even as a ghost. I swear to become the fiercest evil spirit and take revenge on your Lin family."
The screams echoed, and waves of resentment surged into Lin Moyu's soul world. The world tree scattered clear energy, and the 10-colored dragon soul crystal emitted dragon roars, helping Lin Moyu resist the soul impact.
"Bastard!"
Hongguang roared, shaking the heavens. Lin Moyu's sudden attack had not been easy for him to endure. He was not dead. His strength was too great, and with the help of his rule world, he had blocked the attack. Lin Moyu had anticipated this and was not surprised. The star enchantment lich flew out, and a drop of ancestral water fell on it. In an instant, red light covered the sky, and the red robe on the star enchantment lich turned into a large red cloak, enveloping the surroundings. Gangroard.
"Ancestral water. You actually have ancestral water. You are indeed from the Lin family. Die."
He roared and charged, countless giant palms tearing through space and shredding Lin Moyu to pieces. After killing Lin Moyu, Hongguang laughed maniacally.
"Die, die. All Lin family members must die. No matter which Lin family you belong to, all with the surname Lin must die."
He looked insane, completely mad. Suddenly, he saw Lin Moyu, who had clearly been killed, reappear not far away. He attacked again, tearing Lin Moyu to pieces. But Lin Moyu still did not die, no matter how many times he was killed.
"Impossible, impossible. Why can't you die? Why can't you die?"
Hongguang became increasingly frantic, like a madman. Lin Moyu stood on a distant reef, watching the crazed Hongguang and sighed.
"He's truly gone mad. I don't know how you reached the high-level celestial sovereign. Your Tao heart has long collapsed. Your rule world is full of resentment, and your soul has long been covered by it. For you, the path of cultivation has come to an end. What a pity!"
Hongguang, influenced by the star enchantment lich, fell into an illusion, seeing and feeling only hallucinations. Originally, the star enchantment lich's ability, even with the illusion of the great Tao and ancestral water, could not truly trap a high-level celestial sovereign in an illusion. But Hongguang, tormented by resentment daily, had a soul filled with it, leaving little rationality. As a result, the star enchantment lich's illusion of the great Tao could trap him in an inescapable illusion. Lin Moyu pointed at Hongguang, and a piece of strange fish flesh turned to ash. Boom! With an explosion, Hongguang was blasted away again, his rule world continuing to share the damage. However, this time, it was much worse than before, with numerous cracks appearing in his rule world. Hongguang was injured but became even more frenzied, showing no signs of clarity. In his eyes, Lin Moyu had used some despicable means to injure him.
Really hard to kill. But this is good. The harder you are to kill, the stronger you will be as a resurrected being.
Boom! Lin Moyu took out the remaining 3 pieces of flesh and detonated them all at once. Boom, boom, boom. The explosions almost simultaneously shattered the Rule World, and black resentment surged out, dispersing around. Hong Guang finally quieted down, lying on the ground with eyes full of unwillingness. Before dying, he regained some rationality. His entire body was blasted beyond recognition, not only his flesh but also his soul. His breath was extremely weak, and he murmured,
Lin family, how did you do it?
Lin Moyu shook his head.
First of all, I am not from the Lin family you mentioned. I have no connection with the Lin family of the origin continent.
Hong Guang clearly did not believe, gritting his teeth.
Your surname is Lin.
Lin Moyu said,
Believe it or not, now you are dying. Do you have any last words? Maybe I can help you fulfill them when I go to the origin continent someday.
Hong Guang looked at Lin Moyu and trembled.
None.
Lin Moyu frowned.
If you don't want to say, that's fine. Let me send you off.
Gang sneered.
You are not qualified to send me off.
As he spoke, a powerful force surged from his body, and the power of origin turned into flames, burning his soul.
Self-destruction.
Lin Moyu shouted angrily and quickly retreated. He retreated fast, but the power of self-destruction was faster. With a roar, Hong Guang's body exploded, shattering into pieces. Lin Moyu was also blown to pieces in the self-destruction, along with the newly emerged star enchantment lich. Purple light flickered, and Lin Moyu resurrected with new life.
Really troublesome. I didn't expect him to self-destruct before dying. Fortunately, I have the talent of new life, otherwise I would have died. High-level celestial sovereigns can't be underestimated. Someone like Hong Guang will always find a way to take others down with them.
Lin Moyu admitted that he had been careless, thinking that with the Rule World destroyed, Hong Guang had no strength to fight back, not expecting him to have the power of origin to detonate. He released a ball of undying flame on the ground. Although Hong Guang's body was gone, there was still a lot of blood scattered around. In the undying flame, the blood gathered and began to regenerate. Flesh regrew, and the soul reformed. Lin Moyu watched.
The mysterious master said that when the undying golden body is refined to the extreme, one can regenerate from a drop of blood, making it very hard to kill. I wonder if the undying golden body at the celestial sovereign level is enough. If it has this ability, it would be much safer.
Hong Guang regenerated from a drop of blood in the undying flame, becoming a resurrected being. He looked at Lin Moyu with a complex expression, seemingly wanting to struggle, but under the suppression of the spell, his eyes gradually became devout, and finally, he knelt respectfully before Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu looked at him, the flames of gossip burning brightly.
Tell me, what exactly happened between you and the Lin family of Duanya City?
2448, 2448. Chapter 2448. A Dangerous World. Hong Guang Celestial Sovereign's real name was Chang Hong Guang, a regular member of the Chung family in Duanya City. Years ago, the Chung family unexpectedly acquired a treasure, and the Lin family found out and came to forcefully buy it. The Lin family of Duanya City was very powerful, and the Chung family had no choice but to comply and sell the treasure to the Lin family. In the origin continent, the law of the jungle is starkly evident, where everything is dictated by power. Originally, the matter ended there. Although the Chung family lost the treasure, they received some compensation and had to swallow their pride due to their weaker position. However, on the night of the transaction, the Lin family returned and massacred the entire Chung family. At that time, Chung Hong Guang was not at home and narrowly escaped. He was just a minor supreme and didn't dare return to the Chung family, fearing that the Lin family might have left someone behind to eliminate any survivors. Using a karmic treasure he had obtained during an adventure, He severed all ties with the Lin family, breaking his bloodline connection so the Lin family couldn't track him through it. This made him safe, but it also meant he couldn't identify who was connected to the Lin family through karma. Given that there were many people with the surname Lin, he decided that all geniuses with the surname Lin were his enemies. Later, he became a celestial sovereign and secretly returned to the Chung family, only to find it still desolate. It seemed that, out of fear of the Lin family, no one dared to occupy the former Chung family territory. The Chung family grounds were filled with resentment and restless spirits. Chung Hongguang absorbed all this resentment into his rule world and began his path of revenge. Over the years, he killed many cultivators with the surname Lin, regardless of whether they were from the Lin family, as long as they had the surname Lin and showed significant cultivation talent. His principle was to kill rather than let any go. Lin Moyu sighed after hearing this. The principle of
better to kill mistakenly than let go
made it hard to say who was right or wrong. However, he knew that Chung Hongguang was trapped in his obsession, and without a significant opportunity, he would never break through to Dao Sovereign. Without reaching Dao Sovereign, seeking revenge against the Lin family was a fantasy. Even if he became a Dao Sovereign, it would be difficult to contend with a behemoth like the Lin family. The Lin family, standing strong for millions of years, had unimaginable foundations and likely had Dao Sovereigns among them. Lin Moyu said,
"All right, you don't need to seek revenge anymore. The feud between the Lin and Qing families ends here. As you said, the Lin family is so domineering that they might be destroyed by someone someday. They are strong, but not the strongest."
Indeed, the feud had ended. Chung Hongguang had become a resurrected being, now Lin Moyu's subordinate, and could no longer seek revenge against the Lin family. The Lin family had many enemies, and it was possible they might be wiped out someday. Karma is a complex matter, and who can truly understand it? For Lin Moyu, this battle was over, and it was time to reap the rewards. Chung Hongguang's storage ring became Lin Moyu's spoils. After examining it, Lin Moyu couldn't help but smile. As a high-level celestial sovereign, Chung Hongguang had many valuable items. There were over 100 origin crystals, mostly first and second level, with a few fourth and fifth level ones. Besides that, there were various materials, though they seemed ordinary. Most importantly, there were 2 fish bones. Chung Hongguang had obtained 2 fish bones, which wasn't surprising given his strength, but now they became Lin Moyu's spoils. Lin Moyu didn't find the Realm C token in the storage ring. He recalled that the Realm C token seemed to have disappeared when Chung Hongguang died. From Chung Hongguang's account, Lin Moyu understood the situation in this space. The sky here had a peculiar wind that could kill invisibly. Even Chung Hongguang would be injured if touched by this wind. Therefore, flying was not an option here. The land also seemed dangerous, but neither Chung Hongguang nor Lin Moyu had explored it much due to their short time here. Lin Moyu's decision remained unchanged. He still didn't want to explore and decided to wait here until the Realm C token recovered, then leave. As the sky gradually darkened, resembling nightfall, the sound of waves grew more urgent. Lin Moyu noticed the waves changing, becoming more rapid and powerful. Boom! With a roar, a huge wave crashed onto the reef, shattering it instantly. Lin Moyu's expression changed slightly. The power of the waves had increased significantly. One wave shattered countless reefs. The force was comparable to a high-level celestial sovereign strike.
But there are still many reefs here.
Looking at the scattered reefs, Lin Moyu felt something was off. Moments later, another roar sounded, and a towering wave, tens of thousands of meters high, rose from the ocean, covering the sky as it approached.
Damn!
Lin Moyu exclaimed and ran inland without hesitation. The wave carried countless rocks, falling like rain. Lin Moyu finally understood why there were so many reefs. The waves shattered some and brought new ones. He didn't want to test his body's strength with the reefs, so he chose to flee. He quickly escaped tens of thousands of meters inland, away from the shore, and finally breathed a sigh of relief. The wave crashed down, bringing rocks that smashed onto the shore. The ground shook, and the roaring continued. An invisible shockwave swept across Lin Moyu at an astonishing speed. Lin Moyu had no resistance and was sent flying. His undying golden body shattered like paper, and he felt like he had been hit by an ancient beast, his body uncontrollably thrown back. He struggled to stabilize himself, but the force was too great, making it difficult to control his body. At this moment, a gentle breeze blew through his body. His flesh turned to powder in the breeze. The breeze blew into his rule world, trying to extinguish it. The world tree swayed wildly, supporting the rule world. The 10-colored dragon soul crystal also emitted dragon breath, providing power to the rule world. Fortunately, the breeze was brief, lasting only 2 seconds before disappearing. Amidst the powder, purple light flickered, and Lin Moyu's body reformed, resurrecting once again.
That was terrifying.
Lin Moyu quickly put on his clothes and continued retreating. Rocks fell like meteors, accompanied by the waves, and the shock waves came one after another. He felt the danger. Even high-level supremes would struggle in this situation. They might be directly crushed to death. The breeze from the sky was even more terrifying. A light blow almost killed him. Lin Moyu, still shaken, moved further from the shore. The shore was no longer safe. With less than 9 days left, he needed to find a safe place. He had moved 10,000 meters inland, now on a vast grassland. The grass varied in height, some over a meter tall, others less than a palm's height. Looking into the distance, he could vaguely see mountains and forests. The surroundings were somewhat empty, and Lin Moyu instinctively felt that such an open area was unsafe. But going elsewhere also posed risks. As soon as this thought arose, his soul warned him of imminent danger. A powerful aura came from the sky, and a black dot appeared in the distance, rapidly enlarging in his vision.
A high-level celestial sovereign eagle. But this eagle looks strange.
Lin Moyu thought, quickly crouching and hiding in a patch of grass half a person's height. 2449 2449. Chapter 2449. Can't afford to provoke. Better to hide. A massive eagle circled in the sky, looking very peculiar to Lin Moyu. It was clearly an eagle but had fish scales. It had wings and sharp claws but also a fish tail. It looked like a combination of a fish and an eagle, so Lin Moyu aptly named it the
Fish Eagle.
The fish eagle ignored the deadly breeze in the sky, continuously circling and occasionally letting out sharp cries. It seemed to be searching for something, and Lin Moyu knew it was looking for prey, though he was not its target. Lin Moyu cautiously used the eye of the undead to take a quick glance. Judging by the intensity of its soul fire, the fish eagle was even stronger than Cheng Hongguang. It could fly in the sky, ignoring the deadly breeze, giving it a significant advantage. Even Cheng Hongguang would stand little chance against it. Lin Moyu only took a quick look, not daring to stare for fear of attracting its attention. He then used the eye of the undead to scan the surroundings and finally saw a soul fire not far away. This soul fire was slightly weaker than the fish eagle's, but still had the strength of a high-level celestial sovereign. Crucially, this soul fire was only 100 meters away, practically right next to him. Looking further, he saw many similar soul fires scattered around. This grassland was indeed unsafe, filled with dangers everywhere. The fish eagle circled for a while and finally locked onto a target. With a piercing scream, it flapped its wings, which expanded infinitely like giant fans, stirring up a boundless wind. The wind seemed to lift the entire grassland, sending countless blades of grass into the sky. Tornadoes formed automatically, transforming the green grassland into a chaotic mess. Lin Moyu felt a bit fortunate that the fish eagle's target was far from him. Otherwise, he would not have been able to withstand it. The powerful wind felt like sharp blades cutting into his body, and even his undying golden body was not very effective against such an attack. Lin Moyu knew that if he collided head-on with the tornado, he would be torn to pieces. Roars echoed in his ears, and through the eye of the undead, he saw countless high-level celestial sovereigns suddenly erupting from the grassland. Giant pythons emerged, each with 8 pairs of small wings on their backs and 8 pairs of sharp claws beneath them. Although they looked like pythons, they had fish mouths and tails, as if everything in this world was related to the realm sea. The fish-shaped pythons shot out like arrows, attacking the fish eagle in groups of 20. Lin Moyu suddenly understood that not only did the fish eagle want to hunt them, but they also wanted to hunt the fish eagle. This was a two-way hunt, and it was hard to say who the prey was. The fish eagle screamed and soared into the sky, leaving only an afterimage, which was torn apart by the pythons. The fish eagle dodged the attack and continued to circle high above, stirring up more wind. It flew higher than the pythons could reach, as they could only fall back after a certain height, unable to stay airborne. Lin Moyu guessed that the deadly breeze posed a threat to the pythons. The pythons spewed out a foul yellow gas, forming a thick yellow fog that obscured the fish eagle's vision. Lin Moyu noticed that the fog was highly toxic, quickly corroding the grassland into liquid. The fish eagle used the wind to disperse the fog while continuously screaming. More black dots appeared in the distant sky, rapidly approaching with the wind. Each black dot was a fish eagle. The original hunt was quickly turning into a massive battle. Lin Moyu knew that with many pythons still hidden in the grassland, the scale of this battle could expand to cover the entire grassland, making it impossible for him to hide.
Go, I must leave.
Lin Moyu had only one thought: to get away from this dangerous place. If it were a small-scale battle, he might have stayed to watch and possibly take advantage. But now he knew he couldn't stay. The battle could engulf the entire grassland, and he had to leave. However, with his strength, leaving quietly was nearly impossible. If he were noticed, the consequences would be dire. Even if the brocade-clad, which were still around, using the Great Tao's protection would be futile.
I need to find an opportunity.
Lin Moyu's eyes became sharp as he searched for a chance to escape. The arrival of the fish eagles marked the start of the battle, with countless tornadoes forming on the grassland, connecting heaven and earth in a terrifying display. The storm raged, tearing the grassland apart. The pythons and fish eagles clashed, killing each other. Through the eye of the undead, Lin Moyu saw more pythons awakening, silently approaching to deliver a fatal blow to the fish eagles. The fish eagles also noticed this and screamed in alarm. Taking advantage of the fierce battle, Lin Moyu made his move.
Go!
Chang Hongguang appeared beside him, enveloping Lin Moyu in an invisible force and taking him away. As a high-level celestial sovereign, Chang Hongguang was much faster than Lin Moyu, and his protection ensured Lin Moyu's safety. They moved quickly across the grassland, trying not to attract attention. Lin Moyu hoped not to be noticed by the pythons and fish eagles, as even Chang Hongguang might not be able to protect him then. They skirted the battlefield, avoiding hidden pythons, and gradually moved away from the grassland. The distant mountains and forests grew larger in their view, and Lin Moyu felt relieved as he moved further from the battlefield. However, he did not dare to relax. Suddenly, a sharp cry from the sky made Lin Moyu's hair stand on end. He felt he was being targeted. A fish eagle swooped down from high above, heading straight for him. Its wings flapped, sending countless wind blades like sharp knives towards him. The grassland ahead exploded, revealing a giant python blocking Lin Moyu's path. The python opened its mouth, ready to spew yellow fog. Lin Moyu ordered Chang Hongguang.
Ignore them. Go.
At the same time, he summoned the star enchantment Lich, activating the illusion of the Great Tao. The python's eyes glazed over. It had locked onto Lin Moyu but suddenly turned to attack the fish eagle, spewing yellow fog. The star enchantment Lich had influenced its mind, making it ignore Lin Moyu and attack the fish eagle instead. The fish eagle screamed, using the wind to disperse the fog. The next moment, the python leaped up to fight the fish eagle. The fish eagle shifted its focus from Lin Moyu to the python, engaging in a fierce battle. Seizing the opportunity, Lin Moyu had Chang Hongguang speed up, using the Eye of the Undead to avoid hidden pythons and leave the grassland. The battle between the fish eagles and pythons continued, expanding to cover the entire grassland. After several detours, Lin Moyu finally left the grassland safely. He encountered more pythons along the way, but the star enchantment lich managed to neutralize them. These pythons were powerful but lacked intelligence, relying more on instinct, making them susceptible to the star enchantment lich's influence. As he moved away from the battlefield, Lin Moyu felt increasingly puzzled. These high-level celestial sovereigns had only weak intelligence, which was highly unusual. Moreover, they had no rule world, relying purely on strength to reach the high-level celestial sovereign realm. Lin Moyu occasionally wondered if the rule world was truly necessary. Perhaps there were multiple paths in cultivation. 2,452,450.